And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right, Consumer Quarterback Show powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We got the Febre brothers in the house, Manny Febre, Sean Febre back in studio with us. And we have Martine Gramatica coming in as well, Clearview Imaging Center. Talk a little business, a little finance, a little Florida Doge in the news lately, about $1 billion of wasteful spending found in Florida. Charlie Kirk's getting a highway, maybe more. We'll see. Charlie Kirk's getting a highway up in Lake County. And interviewed a couple days ago. We had Hillsborough County Commissioner Joshua Wostel and talk about maybe getting a Charlie Kirk going down the middle of Tampa Del Mabry Highway. We'll see what that happens there. But yeah, we like to keep you informed about things happening in real estate, finance, estate planning, tax planning, all different areas of business and local economy here. D.R. Horton sued over deceptive home sales and financing scheme. The nation's largest home builder sued. We'll talk a little bit about that possibly as well. And we'll talk to Manny and Sean Febre, longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show, a couple of the longest business partners here with the show as well. They've got bundled packages now for realtors to help make it a little bit more affordable for real estate agents, real estate teams out there, providing that beautiful photography on our real estate listings. Let's take a look at one of our properties that have been photographed by their team over at this Ala Vista Drive, 9914 Ala Vista Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1922 square foot, elevated stilt home. And yes, Sean, look at the drone shots there.
There's one.
Beautiful drone shots. I had to do it. Look at those drone shots, man. You got
right there.
So they're making fun of me for saying drone somewhere. But look at this. Look at this beautiful roof. You got a stainless. You have a steel roof there, a metal roof. Beautiful boat dock with a covered boat dock there, 2-story home. This one's on in Ala Vista Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. Access to the Gulf of America. You got a split bedroom layout. Ground level offers flooring, parking for 3 vehicles there. You got a tiki bar in the backyard, covered dock with a 12,000-pound boat lift, 1,000-pound jet ski lift. Beautiful property. $1 million listing from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. All right, we got a bar for sale as well, 5402 West US Highway 92 in Plant City, and we have a great opportunity now. This is a bar corner lot location, Plant City. Cash cow, the owner tells me they're bringing in about $12,000 a week in cash. This is a cash cow property. Now, you also have the highly coveted 4 COP license, which means that you can sell liquor drinks, you can sell packaged liquor, and you can also sell, let's say, for example, Gasparilla coming up. You can take that over to Tampa. You can take that to different locations. So it's a portable liquor license. So, for example, maybe the Hard Rock or something like that. You could rent out a room somewhere or bar location and maybe even a parade type setup. And you can use that in a lot of different ways. 5402 West US Highway 92 in Plant City. We got a bar for sale, commercial property, commercial land, and the building, and the license that's being conveyed there as well. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can also see all of our real estate expert contributors at consumerqb.com. That's right. Shout out to all of our veterans, all of our fighters out there. We appreciate you. And welcome in, Manny Febre, Sean Febre. Welcome in, sir. Welcome in, guys.
Hey, thanks, Brandon. I appreciate it, man. Always, it's been a minute since I've been in, but no, man, it's good to see you. You know, just trying to deal with the real estate market right now. It's been tough with the interest rates. I think it affects the whole real estate industry, and really thought they would cut that rate a little bit sooner than they did to get that real estate market going. But I feel like going into 2026, 27, 28, we should have a really strong market, get that flood of buyers, and get those people that are sitting on a lot of equity on their houses during COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to exchange that 2.75 interest rate or 3% for, 6.5%, 7%. You're not going to get the same house you had.
Yeah, the golden age of America is coming. And on that point you made as well, over 2/3 of homeowners have paid off their mortgage or have at least 50% equity. So, yeah, a lot of people have equity out there. There might be some opportunity to refinance. But, yeah, point taken. You don't want to trade that low rate for a higher rate. But we do know that it seems like too late finally stopped being too late. He finally got on time, according to President Trump, and he's dropping the rates. And we have projected 2 or 3 more left coming up as well. Sean Febre, welcome in, sir.
Hi.
What's going on? Happy.
I wanted. You mentioned veterans, right?
Yeah.
And we got a veteran in studio, right?
We do.
Dave Vargas.
There we go.
Yes,
got to
sir.
shout him out.
I love it. Yeah, Dave Vargas. My dad was an MP in the military, and I missed my military opportunity. I had an opportunity to play quarterback for the Naval Academy, and I passed it up. I had a full ride option up there to play quarterback.
So, talking about playing quarterback, I mean, USF.
Yeah. South Florida, baby.
USF alum over here, and we're, I believe it's 4 or 5-1.
Looking good.
Not ranked because we lost to Miami, and I don't understand how the ranking system works, but I can tell you it is flawed.
Yeah, it's definitely flawed. And
flawed.
you know, that Miami game too. I mean, we were riding on a lot of momentum going into that game, and then the very first series when we had that drive going and our quarterback, Byram threw it up pretty high, threw one of those deep balls, and then all of a sudden, you know, the no call, that Miami defensive back hit our receiver and they didn't call it. That kills your momentum, and you can't have that in an away game.
Do you want to talk about no calls? Let's talk about the Eagles-Bucs game where they're bro. There's literally a video of Godwin being held by his shirt.
Yeah,
no call. What's going on here?
Yeah,
they wanted the Bucs to lose, but now let's go to the Seahawks game. Man, Baker is a dog, but Mbuka, hey, thank you, Mbuka. Thank you, Mbuka, for being drafted by the Bucs, man.
Yeah.
If he's not Rookie of the Year, I don't know who is going to be.
Well, he's off to the best start, I think, of all wide receivers in history, right? First 5 games,
5 games, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he had 169 yards last week.
Yeah.
And we're playing here in Tampa, right?
Yeah, we got the home
against
game.
the Niners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, so consumer...
Mac Jones better watch out.
Yeah, we'll see. So we got the Febre brothers in studio, and you also have your own podcast as well, Happy Hour Holidays. What's going on there?
Okay, so that one we have eliminated, and we have another one called In Max We Trust, and we also had one with Steven Garcia, former South Carolina quarterback, which was Sports and Suits. That one is pending season 2, but the In Max We Trust one is gaining a lot of momentum. It's gaining actually more than the Happy Hour Holidays one was.
Okay.
We did film around 115 episodes for Happy Hour Holidays, and we had a lot of great guests on. And shout out Sean Miller, which you know Sean.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been on the show, right?
Yeah. Sounds real familiar.
He's a mortgage lender for Van Dyke Mortgage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
Oh, Brandon, you don't even know your guests.
Buddy, we've had how many episodes have we done now? 2,100?
2,100. And you know what? I keep looking at your Instagram, and I see all the shorts you're posting. I never see me.
What?
You're
going to see something out, Dave. Can you get Sean some?
I'm a little offended. I'm like,
the BAMF gets his.
Let's go.
All right. Man. Yeah, I like that. Have you guys been following this Florida Doge at all? It's unbelievable, man.
I heard Hillsborough County, $190 million in wasteful spending.
Well, actually, 279 is the latest number. Yeah, the FAFO office found out. They said excessive spending, $279 million, hard-earned tax dollars. Yeah, and this is a great look at this banner that we have. If you're not watching our YouTube channel, you're missing out on this stuff. But it's a Consumer Quarterback Show on YouTube, Rumble as well, and you can see some of the content we're putting out. But if you just look at Hillsborough County, $572,000 for unconscious bias training. Something I didn't mean? We were asking what do we? I guess we don't know until they tell us what we need to know. Yeah, yeah, and then you got $950,000 for county employee vehicle allowance. There's also other counties.
I don't know if I hate that one. That's county employee vehicle allowance.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a taxpayer. It should be something different. But you also have other counties doing yoga classes.
See that?
You've got $890,000 in Broward County for DEI training. Something about a genderbread person. Yeah, genderbread person.
So the Pinellas County one has now been cut, right?
St. Pete has $258,000 from city utility and EMS funds to provide support for pride events, gay pride events.
I don't understand why we're funding parades. I don't care what kind of parade it is. We shouldn't be funding parades.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
$307,000 climate action plan to drive Green New Deal initiatives. One Florida county also was investing money in something about the UN for gender equality in the UN. I mean, it just goes on and on. Oh, here's a big one in Jacksonville, $7.5 million for a 1 mile sidewalk project.
I don't know if I hate that one either, man.
$7.5 million for 1 mile of sidewalks?
It probably has to do with a lot of purchasing of right-of-way. In
Well,
order to create that 1 mile.
Yeah.
I used to be a civil engineer, so anything with infrastructure, I don't hate.
All right, Alachua County, $31,000 for Planned Parenthood Teen Time, designed to children as young as 13 years old.
I'll tell
So
you the
we're-
one I hate, though, Orlando 150K.
Yeah, Orlando.
that one?
Which one was that for
Orlando
3 years?
150K?
To help illegals evade deportation.
Why are we
Wow.
assisting individuals who are here illegally
Yeah.
evade deportation?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, that's coming out of my paycheck. That's coming out of y'all's taxes.
Yeah.
Bro, what's going on here?
Yeah, well, I'm so glad that DeSantis and Magnolia are going around the state, and that's 5 counties so far, $1 billion that have been found. 5 counties, $1 billion. Just think if you get to all 67 counties, what the number's going to be, Manny.
And I think that's, I mean, you can put that up across the United States. I
Yeah.
mean, what are the state
Municipalities, yeah.
What are they spending their actual money on?
Yeah.
They're obviously not spending the money on what we actually pay them, the taxes for, which is the roads. I mean, just think about the Hillsborough County roads. How many potholes do we have here?
You know what's interesting? I just had Joshua Wostel on. He's a friend of the program. He's friends with Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy. He's a newly elected county commissioner for, I think he's been in a couple years. But he gave us the numbers. Going back a couple of years back, there was very little money spent on potholes and road improvements, but they just passed the largest spending in Hillsborough County in a good way, because it's what you said. We want roads that don't have potholes. We want proper signage and things like that. But yeah, so he's coming in, he's shaking things up, and he's doing a lot of good in the community. And there's also a lot of nonprofits that are getting auto renews of $1 million here, $2 million there for all these nonprofits. And you know what happens? It's nepotism at its best.
Oh, yeah.
The brother, sister's cousin, and the whole so-and-so's on the name. It's kickbacks is what it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the way it has been with politicians. I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, you just got to wipe out that whole system. That system doesn't work. It's broken. You know, it's been decade after decade of politicians worrying about their pockets and not worrying about the actual citizens that are giving them the money.
And you know what, really, when you think about Florida Doge, it all started with the government, the Washington, D.C. Swamp, draining the swamp. Trump, years ago, saying, let's drain the swamp. Musk getting on that board, on that bandwagon. And then DeSantis, doing it in Florida. So I'm real happy to see that. If you just joined us, we're talking with Manny Febre, Sean Febre here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rimes, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. Manny, tell us about bundled packages that you have for real estate agents out there.
Yeah, so what we were seeing, Brandon, was a tough time for just realtors trying to choose what they wanted to package together. They're like, do I need photos? Do I need this? We know this real estate market is a tough one. It's not easy. Really, the display of what's on Zillow, MLS, this is what people see first. So you really have to go above and beyond to list your property with the proper content, and you really got to go social now. I mean, social media is huge. I mean, when people scroll down, they're scrolling, they're looking at vertical reels, they're looking at everything that they want to see in a house.
Yeah.
So we just figured, okay, see that commercial that's always like bundle. We're like, well, screw it, we're gonna bundle,
Yeah.
So we give you some options. I mean, obviously the virtual 3D tours are great for out-of-state buyers. So now Zillow has one, which I'm not the biggest fan of Zillow.
Me neither.
I mean, they're doing a lot of stuff to harm the actual industry.
Yes.
But they're putting more money in their pocket, so they're finding a way to eliminate it. Now I even heard with Zillow, they're doing ChatGPT, incorporating that into Zillow. So now if somebody's looking for a house, they're getting free leads there by having an agent that's not really a legit agent. It's ChatGPT just programmed to kind of conversate with them, tell them what they're looking for. And that's getting awfully dangerous to, the realtors now in this industry.
I don't trust these AI programs. I mean, you got in the news a few weeks back, it was AI telling the kid, I won't tell your mom. Go ahead. You feel like killing yourself? Well, here's some ways you can do it. Did you hear those things?
No,
those stories about AI? AI?
I know there's been a ton of them.
Terrible.
I would say that's more on the parent because they're allowing the access to that program.
Personal responsibility is what we always believe.
I wouldn't put it on AI, man. AI does exactly what it's programmed to do.
Some weird stuff though to tell the kid. Here's I'm not saying you should do it, but if you wanted to do it, here's how. Here's some surefire ways to get along with it.
Because you can go on Google, type that in. Hey, how do I kill myself? Google's going to send you the same. They're going to send you to some websites that are even darker.
I hear you. Well, think about Netflix too right now with the stuff going on.
I don't want to talk
boycott Netflix. There's a lot going there. We're coming into a break, so tease is coming up. What are we going to talk about when we come back?
Well, I just wanted to I think right now is the best time to buy, and I'll tell you why when we get back.
I love that. Yeah, great time to your buyer's market. Some tips from Manny Febre coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team. Follow us online at Brandon Rimes1 at CQB Show, and please subscribe to our YouTube Rumble channel, Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rimes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleanings, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast. Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. If you're facing an insurance claim, don't just trust the insurance company to have your best interests at heart. This is Brandon Rimes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to rightwaypa.com, our friend Derek Coble at rightwaypa.com. Looking to level up your sales game? With 20 plus years of coaching experience spanning across several industries, Lindsay Rimes helps everyone from entry-level reps to seasoned business owners boost sales, improve work-life balance, and retain top talent with customized options catered to personal, group, or corporate settings. Brandon and Lindsay Rimes offer training on negotiation strategy, business development, and more. Let's grow your business together. Call 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Submit an email at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, we're in studio with the Febre brothers here, Sean and Manny Febre. Febre Frameworks, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty, 1905 Horseshoe Drive, another one of our beautiful real estate listings. We've got about 50 current listings. If you're buying, selling, investing, refinancing, we would love to talk to you. Got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage home here in Plant City. That's Hillsborough County, 2298, just at 2,300 square feet. You have a great size lot there, cul-de-sac home, peaceful adjacent lake views, lighter colors throughout the home. You have a fireplace there, beautiful pool, screened-in pool there, and lanai. Great opportunity to buy real estate. Horseshoe Drive, Plant City, and beautiful photography compliments of Febre Frameworks.
I was going to mention it if you didn't.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's Horseshoe Drive, Plant City, and then 9594 Southeast Maricamp Road, Ocala, Florida. This one is This one's a 5,725 square foot commercial building. I've got a thriving hardware store for sale. This is almost an acre lot. You're buying the building, you're buying the business, and the land. Great opportunity to buy a cash cow property here. Seller financing available with a strong down payment. Private office, private kitchen, and a conference room there. 5,725 square feet spread out on an acre of land at 9594 Southeast Maricamp Road in Ocala, Florida. Commercial listing from the Platinum MVP team. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com and check out our radio show partners at consumerqb.com. All right, Manny Febre, Sean Febre in the house, and we're going to talk a little U.S. football. We kind of hit on it a little bit.
Manny left us on a cliffhanger, right?
The buying the house right now.
Yeah,
you know?
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
no. What I was going to say, Brandon, is that right now, a lot of people that are on the sidelines, they're looking for a house.
Yes.
I think it's a perfect time to buy because you have the opportunity to negotiate. And once those interest rates drop, there's going to be a flood of people making offers, and you're probably not going to get the same price that you would have gotten if you jumped in right now. And then you can refinance if you want at any time. Yep. Once the rates drop, you're going to have more equity, and then you're going to have a cheaper payment with a house that probably you wouldn't have been able to get for this price point.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to buy. Don't get scared on the sideline. You can always refi your house and drop the rate. But right now, you're going to get the best deal.
Well, also, Manny, it's not just a great time to buy. It's also a good time to sell, isn't it?
I wouldn't say. I mean, for me, I don't want to discourage anybody from selling, but but the big one. Yeah, I know. That's the part that I'm like. Have Sean explain that point.
I'll take that one because what happens is so if you price the home properly, it will sell within the first 30 days. It's the sellers that aren't realistic and they try to price it too high. The chief economist at NAR just put out a post on his LinkedIn, Lawrence Young, about it has a whole chart that breaks that down. But yeah, to your point also, Manny, you're going to be able to get right now, you're going to be able to get seller concessions, closing costs paid for, repairs that you may not get in a normal market. And, we all know that the insurance companies are looking harder at those roofs and those things like that. So it's a great time to get into the buying side of real estate, and I think it's also a good time to sell too.
Yeah, talk about the area that's been tough now is insurance companies. I mean, you got to make sure that you have tamper-resistant outlets. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it after the hurricanes, ended up coming out.
And I want to give a quick shout-out to Quan Remmer, which is with STAR, the Suncoast Tampa Association of Realtors.
Okay.
He's got 2 podcasts. Bridging the Bay, which he just had Bob Enriquez on.
Okay, yeah.
Enriquez, the Hillsborough County... Hillsborough
he was coaching.
County...
We beat him in the playoffs in 95.
The Hillsborough County Property Appraiser?
Yeah, Bob Enriquez asked me about
no way. I did not know
we beat
that.
him in the semifinals.
And also Hot Topics, which is all through STAR, the association that...
Yeah, STAR, the new STAR. They combined Pinellas Realtor, Oregon, Guitar. And I got to reach out to Bob. He asked me to be back on the show. It's been a while since he's been on, but he coached a great team when they had Kenny Kelly.
You got to reach out to Quan to be on his.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because it's through the association.
Yeah, let's do that. I'd love to. That sounds great. All right, Manny, final thought. Back to you, man.
Yeah, when you're going to go ahead and sell your house right now and you're a realtor, the only way to distinguish yourself is to make sure that content that you're putting out there is going to be the best that's going to attract the most eyes. So get that hero image, which is going to be a twilight photo, a great drone photo with a view, or some kind of elevation of the front of the house that's really going to pop. If you're just going to do the bare minimum, you're going to get bare minimum results.
Yeah, that's right. You got to put the money into it. Febre Frameworks.
813-906-8300 throughout the state of Florida. Let's go.
There you go. All right, good stuff. All right, fellas, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. And keep up the good work out there. Coming up next, Martin Gramatica, former Super Bowl winner, Buccaneer, football player, Gramatica in studio with
Let's
us.
go Bucs!
Clearview Imaging Center, clearviewimaging.com. We're going to talk with him as well. Coming up here next, and we'd love to connect with you online. Please subscribe to our YouTube and Rumble channel, Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rimes here in studio. Joining me, my friend Martin Gramatica, back in studio with us, former Super Bowl winner, and now he is a business development and owner of Clearview Imaging Center, clearviewimaging.com. We're going to talk about saving lives and his new company and all that good stuff. A little bit of USF football, I'm sure, some Bucs football. A lot of good things happening around the Consumer Quarterback Show and a lot of our expert contributors. I saw Nico was out signing autographs over there and meeting people at the Genesis, the Murphy Auto Group, another contributor for the program. He was over there signing at Genesis, so that was pretty cool, Martin.
Yeah, no, it was nice. I said, I give him a car now so, I can get my truck back.
Give him a car. There you go. Hey, Mike, come on, man.
Come on, man. Step up.
Give him a car. Give him a Genesis.
Nice. It's good to see him get out in the community. And
yeah.
USF's just doing a great job of obviously winning, but also integrating the players into the community. And I feel like a lot of what Coach Dungy did with us. He wanted us to be part of the community and not just play football and go home.
Right.
So, Goal is just doing the same thing, kind of getting the guys out there and getting them exposure to as well.
Yeah, I love that. Especially now, some big wins, some big kicks in the Florida Gator game. Man, that was awesome, dude. That was such a cool. Who were you hanging out with, and what was that kind of like experience there?
Yeah, it was. I was actually traveling with a Bucs. A lot of people are mad that I wasn't at the game. I have two other kids, so I don't travel to any of the games because we don't have time. We have to either my daughter's playing or high school. So in this case, I was traveling with the Bucs. I do 2 trips a year with them, and we were in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So they didn't have it in the hotel. So my wife and I are watching it on our iPad in the hotel room.
Yeah.
And we had a dinner that that was with the whole travel group, and I texted a couple of the girls. I said, look, I'm gonna be running a little late. And the closer the game stayed, then at halftime I said, we're gonna be a little late, and then a little more late, and then finally I said, look, I'm not going until the game's over. And so my wife and I were just obviously stressing out because we stress out before he kicks, and then after he made it, and they won the game. It was excitement, and when we got to the bar, it was the coolest thing because they had all watched it at the bar because it was like a buffet type gathering with everybody that traveled. And we get there, and I felt like I kicked it. They're all cheering for him. Like, look, I didn't do anything. I watched it just like you guys did.
Well, hey, how many hours and hours of practice go before those kicks, right?
Right, and that's the thing with Nico. Obviously, I want people to realize, look, the name on the back of the jersey has not gotten him to where he is. It's hard work, because without hard work, it doesn't matter what they put in the back of the jersey, what number you wear. None of that matters if you don't work hard. And that's the one thing that we're most proud of Nico and his brother and sisters, that they're hard workers. And I think a lot of it is because of their mom. Being a tennis player, you got to motivate yourself to train.
Right.
And that as a kicker, you're playing a team sport, but almost like in an individual role.
Sure.
So you have to have your own training. You have to have your own work ethic, because you're doing a lot with a team, but you're doing a lot on your own as well. So we're proud that he's been a really good role model for his brother and sister, where he's a hard worker, and that's what's gotten him to where he is.
That's great. Well, you guys were too, man. Always, I saw you guys growing up. You remember that? So you guys were hard workers too, man. So good stuff. We're talking with Martin Gramatica here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Clearview Imaging Center. And we got to get a couple listings here for this segment, Dave. So let's take a look at, I love this listing on Ala Vista Drive. This one's in Gibsonton. It's $1 million listing, 9914 Ala Vista Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. This one's 1922 square feet. You got an elevated stilt home at the end of a quiet street, and it's on a large waterfront lot. You're on a canal on the Alafaya River, so if you're looking to have a waterfront home with access to the Gulf, what a great opportunity for you here. You've got a beautiful stainless steel roof there, galvanized sanding seam metal roof, hurricane shutters, professional landscaping, private covered dock with a 12,000-pound boat lift. 1,000-pound jet ski lift as well, RV parking, all tucked away behind a private electric gate. Great opportunity at 9914 Ala Vista Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. All of our listings can be seen on our website at platinummvpteam.kw.com, and you can see all of our radio show expert contributors and partners at consumerqb.com. All right, so we're in studio here talking with Martin Gramatica, former Super Bowl winner, and now helping folks save lives with his company. It's a game changer when you look at what you're doing with Clearviewimaging.com. Clearviewimaging.com. Martin, tell us about it.
Yeah, no, Brandon, thank you. Always, allowing us to share our message and let people know, because most people have no idea they can do a preventative scan. And we're so different than any imaging center because we're a concierge imaging center where our patients come in because they hear an ad or they find out that, I can take my health into my own hands. And they come in when they're feeling well. If anything's going on, we catch it early, because that's when you want to check, is when you're feeling well. Because if you're not feeling well, you're going to go to your doctor. They're going to prescribe either a scan of a region, an area. We're doing full body scans. We're doing heart scans. Anything that has to do with early detection from the top of the shoulders, base of the pelvis. We look at that whole part, pretty much the torso, to see if there's any cancers or anything else. We also find things that could help quality of life as well. So it's not only just the cancer detection. And the biggest thing too is we always talk about what we find, but how about when you don't find anything? The peace of mind that this gives you is incredible, because now you know, okay, I may have a little pain here or there, but I just scanned, I'm fine. So that's again another benefit of taking advantage of a scan. Yeah,
we've all had people in our family or our friends groups that have been touched by cancer or a tumor or some type of an ailment, and unfortunately we're all mortal. We're mortal beings, and that time will come, but nobody wants to. Well, Kenny Chesney has a song. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to go now, right? It's like hey, we want to live a while and spend time with our family and our friends and our kids and things like that. So this is one way that you can have some peace of mind, and it kind of works on like a 5-year plan. Is that the way you kind of like to do it?
We have options. We offer the free heart scan. So anybody that comes in for the free heart scan, we ask for a couple of things. Obviously, if you have a spouse, come in with your spouse so that you guys can both take advantage of the free heart scan. And then from there, we're going to explain everything we do, because we have a la carte type of scans, heart and lung, pelvis scan. We have a virtual colonoscopy. We have bone density. Now, if they want to do a full body, they can do a single full body. But our best program and our most popular program is the 5-year program, because they get 5 years worth of full body scans and a virtual colonoscopy, and it makes the price per scan come down significantly, but also gives you that follow-up after the baseline scan. Is at the time the most important scan,
right?
Because now we're going to look at inside the body to make sure, and we look at everything at that patient that day. We're going to look at everything inside their body. From there, the follow-up scans become more important, because if anything were to change or develop between scans, we're going to capture it early. That's why the program is our most popular program. The 5-year program,
right?
And I have a story that I've never shared yet on your show that just recently happened. A friend of mine was part of the program, and his wife had spots in her liver. And they said, the doctors looked at it and said, those are normal. We don't think they're anything to worry about. And they knew that she was going to scan a year later with our program. She scanned, and now 3 of those spots had changed in size and shape. Wow. 2 just a little bit, and 1 the size of a golf ball. They took them out. Luckily, they were caught early. She didn't need any chemo, radiation. But that's where the program is huge in detecting things that could change between year to year, and then treated at the earliest stages.
Wow. Yeah, man, gosh, early detection. It's so important to do that. Martin Gramatica here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And I just love the theme also of what President Trump's done with the MAHA movement, working with Robert Kennedy. And you look at, just getting some of the food dyes out, some of the basic stuff that just seemed like, why hadn't they done it years before? But I just love the movement where it seems like our country's in the right direction. And from a health standpoint, I mean, that's got to be something that kind of hits near and dear with you guys as well.
Oh, absolutely. That's huge, because we have to believe that the things that we're eating, that are causing these diseases, because you're hearing more heart disease at a younger age. We're hearing more cancer at a younger age. And, when we have ingredients in our foods that in Europe are banned,
yes,
there's a reason why they're banned, so now that we're taking those out and getting things cleaner. I mean, when we grew up, it was all natural. We grew up, just eating, and I feel that's where we were healthier. I mean, getting people in shape as well, that's huge, just getting them out. And I think a lot of it has to do with phones and social media where, parents sometimes would rather stick them in front of an iPad than not have to deal with the kids instead of letting them go play outside. We didn't do anything but play outside, so that's where I think it's changed as well. Kids aren't exercising like they used to back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. We would look for opportunities to get out there and play a pickup
we didn't want to
baseball
come in.
game. We would play some kind of a game. We hate to come back home. And I think a lot of it also is you look at the the corporations of the growth of the 80s and the 90s, the corporate growth and corporate greed, because you're loyal at that point to your stockholders. You're not really loyal to the end consumer in a lot of ways. In other words, if it sells, tastes a little more crunchy, like the potato chips these days. It's more crunchy, it's more addicting, right? So the foods are kind of manufactured to have that resell in mind versus the safety and the wholesome ingredients.
Right. No, my wife bought some natural chips the other day, and it was like, oh, it reminds me of chips when I was a kid. Well, that's because back then, I guess they were more natural than they are now. So, but it is true. Like, your taste buds have to change and get used to that more natural stuff because they do put ingredients to make it taste better. I guess. I mean, I'm not into all that, but it does. And I think Fruit Loops is one I saw online where, like, our Fruit Loops has, like, 20 ingredients, and then the European one has like 5 or 6.
Right.
And they look different too. But at the end of the day, I'd rather eat something healthier, and not have to not because it looks good and has better color, it tastes better.
Yeah, exactly. And the Pringles, even that, I hear that's one of the worst potato chips. It's not even really a potato chip Pringles. It's all these kind of stacked together in a can, pressed together. But let's do a little story time here. What else? When you think back to the Buccaneer days. Because we just recently had kind of that throwback jersey day, and you look at some of the teams, the great teams, kind of compare and contrast, today's current team and, to some of those teams of the past. What's some of the common follow-throughs there that you see of, maybe the Baker Mayfield and some of the old quarterbacks, or the defense now, defense then? What do you see kind of through lines?
I think what the thing that's more compatible is the grit this team has. We had that type of grit with our defense. Our defense was the number one defense in the league for years. We had Brad Johnson was a gritty quarterback and just a guy that did whatever it took to win. He would lower his head just like Baker's doing. So I think when you look at that, you can look at Baker is that grit that we had on defense mainly, but he has it now on offense because when the game's on the line, he's going to put that team on his shoulders and figure out a way to win. Whether he has to run people over. I remember last year's fourth down play against the 49ers, where he stiff-armed the guy and got the first down. I mean, how many guys make that play?
Right.
Not too many, because most of them will be knocked down. He is figuring it out.
And that was a stud, too. Bosa.
Bosa, I know.
That was Bosa. I mean, that dude is an animal. He's like a 7-foot monster in a way.
We're lucky now. He's out for the game, so we're lucky. Yeah, he's injured, but that's the thing. Guys like that, they'll be able to stiff arm that guy and still look upfield and complete I think it was 4th and 1. I'm sorry, 4th and 4. So it was it wasn't like an easy 4th down. So But Baker, when he came to Tampa, he bid on it himself. Everybody's talking about like he only was having for a quarterback, but I think it was like $13-14 million, which is not a big number for a quarterback.
Right.
And he's like, well, I'm here to show you that I can be the guy. And then obviously he's earned every penny and more, because he's obviously when you go after Brady, everybody's going to compare you to Brady. They're totally different quarterbacks.
Right.
But even Brady's respecting what Baker's doing.
Right.
You saw him a couple of weeks ago with the before the game. They were talking, and he talks every time he talks about Baker. And the whole nation's talking about Baker now, where they're kind of jumping on the bandwagon, because a few years ago a lot of people were writing him off and saying that would say he was out of football, but this guy's just proven that he deserves to be in the NFL. He should be in the MVP. If we talk about MVPs right now, he's definitely done more for his team than any other quarterback.
Yeah, and also in that conversation, you're hearing the quarterback or the receiver, Mbuka.
Oh yes,
man, he's had a really good start.
Yeah, he was a rookie of the month, and he's broke some records already in the first 5 games. So he's just an elite. And the thing is, Mike Evans has said it from day one. He's not a rookie. He's acts like a veteran. He walks around like a veteran, and obviously he's delivering like a veteran now. So that's a huge. And how criticized were the Bucs for taking a receiver in the draft, because supposedly we need a defense. Right. They take a receiver, like, what are they doing? They need defense, and all of a sudden now, with Mike being injured and then Chris Godwin not being able to play the first 4 or 5 games, so it made perfect sense. And they proved that they took the right guy, because obviously with Mike and Chris getting a little bit older, this kid could be that guy that takes over and becomes that number 1 receiver in the future. Yeah, it's such a balance of taking a needed player versus the best on the board at their position at that time. And I think in this case they got a little bit of both. And the defense is still, holding firm. The defense is playing good ball. So it's interesting to see. Quick break. Right back. More with Super Bowl winner Martin Gramatica here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to talk more about his business as well. Clearview Imaging Center, clearviewimaging.com. He's got a location in the Villages. They're targeting other locations coming up soon. You got a free heart scan opportunity. Free heart scan as well. We'll talk more about that coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. ConsumerQB.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rimes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Tired of long lines at the airport? Check out Tampa Bay's premier private jet source. I'm Brandon Rimes for Will Smith Aviation. Aircraft management, acquisition, and sales, luxury jet escapes, and packages. Check them out online. WillSmithAviation.com. That's WillSmithAviation.com. Or call the show. I'll put you right in touch directly with Captain Will Smith. AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke, American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg. Online at DavidReynoldsJewelryandCoin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, personal injury law, and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net for all of your surveying needs. Land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rimes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rimes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Always helping you win in your real estate deals. If you're buying, selling, investing, we would love to talk to you. We've got a property at 2547 Lexington Oak Drive in Brandon. We have a well-priced townhome here in Brandon, Florida, one of the best priced in the zip code. 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. You got 1-car garage there. 1917 square feet, new flooring, fresh carpet throughout. You also have remodeled en-suites as well with the bedrooms. A level 2 EV charger in the garage. Beautiful community pool, and it is a gated community. 2547 Lexington Oak Drive, Brandon, Florida. And you can see all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.kw.com and check out our radio show site for all of our expert contributors at consumerqb.com.
This is God's country.
Yeah, we've been talking a little bit about the waste, fraud, and abuse in Florida. This is a recent post from Blaze Ignolia. He says this was about a week ago, but it was in Jacksonville alongside Governor DeSantis. They've exposed some ridiculous examples of almost $1 billion in wasteful spending so far. They found that your hard-earned money being spent on poems, holograms, hot yoga classes, advanced energy equity, and then tree counters. So it says local governments can cut your taxes, but they're choosing not to. So yeah, there's a lot going on in the state, and we're keeping you covered here. Follow us on our YouTube channel. We just had a recent interview with the Hillsborough County Commissioner, Joshua Wostow. He did a lot to expose that. Hillsborough County had about $300 million wasteful spending as well. We're in studio with Martin Gramatica, Clearview Imaging Center, clearviewimaging.com. And I love the idea that people can engage, they can get a scan, but you're also you have this offer of a free heart scan.
Yes, so we have the free heart scan to educate the public. They come in, we're going to educate them on everything else we do. One of the things that we've started, because I know getting to the villages is not easy, we also have a corporate plan for corporations that want to do their executives, and we'll pick them up in a Sprinter van, take them all, get them scanned, and then bring them back, and maybe if they have time, grab lunch. So try to make it more of a concierge, VIP type for anybody in the Tampa. I mean, we'll do it anywhere, but obviously in the Tampa Bay area, we'll get them up to the villages, have a good time, and then get everybody scanned. I already have one group here from Tampa that they've already part of our program now. We got to set the day, and then we're just going to get them up there in the van and have a good time. So we're trying to make sure that everybody has access to our technology. And right now we're only in the villages. We're looking at Sarasota next, and then we have spots selected in Tampa. But it's going to be a while before we get to Tampa. We have access to be able to scan people in Tampa if we need to. But if they want to do that corporate plan, we'll get them to the villages.
Yeah, it's not a bad drive either. No. Just over an hour drive to the villages?
Yes, it's an hour 10 for me. I'm in the Carrollwood area. It's not bad. And the nice thing is we're always going against traffic. So as I'm heading north, everybody's coming into Tampa, and then on the way home, it's the opposite. So it's not a bad drive. The traffic's smooth going up on 75. So it's not bad.
That's awesome, man. I love it.
Great food at the villages. A lot of restaurants. Oh, man, there's definitely not a shortage for good restaurants.
There you go. I like that. Yeah. So that's a great idea. Pick up have your company sponsor something like this. Have it call it companies do health days, right? They'll have these health days. So that's a great idea. Then Martin and his team can pick you up in a Sprinter brand, take you to the villages, clearviewimaging.com for more information, consumerqb.com. And you can also call our hotline. It's 813-917-1894. We'll put you right in touch with Martin and his team, 813-917-1894. Call or text the hotline, and also consumerqb.com. What else is topical, Martin?
Well, I'm just busy with the kids, the USF football, the one in high school, and then my daughter with the flag and the soccer. So that's what's keeping me busy these days. But then with Clearview, I'm doing a lot of events. So if anybody wants, me to come out and do a speaking engagement, we can do a combination of a little bit of everything. Football / Clearview. I did that last night. Did one this morning at the Rotary Club in the Villages. So if anybody's interested, we can get that done as well.
Nice, I love that. And you also have Garcon committed to USF, right?
Yes, we're excited about that because he had some offers. He had an offer to Texas UNC, and then when we took the visit, he wasn't sold. And we love what Coach Golish is doing at USF. And not only winning games, because we're seeing that, but just the environment that they've created inside the locker room where they're building good men. These kids are coming in, young kids that are going to become better people when they leave that organization, and that's Coach Golish got to compliment him on that. Every event that I've ever gone to, his wife, daughter, and son are there. So he believes in family, and that's what we believe in. So it's great. It fits great with our beliefs, and our values. So
I love it, man.
Excited about that. Keeping him close to home, and nothing better.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yep, that's great. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff happening, and real happy to see it, man. Happy to see the success.
Appreciate that.
And Gaston and Nico and it's great, man. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's nice. And the thing, a lot of people are asking me, why would you send two kickers to the same school? But they're going to make it work. They're best friends, and they've done it before in high school. They're going to figure it out. Obviously, it's up to the coaches who kicks what, but there's plenty of kicks to go around, so they'll be all right.
Yeah, and they're 2 years apart, right?
2 years apart. So so he could redshirt maybe 1 year, but a lot of times they want the field goal guy. They don't want them kicking off, to save the leg.
Okay.
Now there's so many guys. There's a lot more kickers than back in the day. Back in the day, I had to do everything because there were some kickers, but the the level dropped. You know, like we're here, there's a lot of good guys that have started kicking younger.
Yeah.
So now they try to make sure that you keep your legs fresh. So
more specialists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of the soccer players figure let's try football.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I might have to get Brady doing that. We'll see. All right. Well, thanks for coming in, buddy.
No, I appreciate you always having me, man. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. All right. Yeah. Hey, another great show. We had the Febre brothers on, and of course, Martin Gramatica here. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we greatly appreciate everybody supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show, the Platinum MVP team, and all of our expert contributors. Check us out online at consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.